When I was shooting for my film Coolie in Bangalore, one night, very late, almost 2 o'clock in the morning, the hotel receptionist called and said, "You have a phone call, sir, and would you like to take it?" So I said, "It's really late and I have to get up early." "Who is it?" They said, "It's Smita Patil." And this was a shock to me because I had never ever spoken to her on the phone. Neither had she called nor I called her. And I felt that maybe, there's something wrong and I need to take this call, so I did. And she said, "Amitabh, are you all right?" I said, "Yes, why?" "No, I just had a very bad dream and I was thinking about you and I hope you keep healthy and I hope you keep well. And I just had to talk to you and tell you about this." So I said, "Oh, thank you, I'm doing fine and shooting's going on well." The next morning, I had my accident in Coolie.
Smita and I could never be friends. The rivalry between us, some of it manufactured by the media, some of it real, caused tension. I have said it before, acknowledged it before, and I do so again, that I have been guilty of making uncharitable remarks about her, and I regret it.
Some of the things that she did in cinema with me were totally against her nature, particularly a film like Namak Halal, where she had to do a rain dance with me. She felt it was absolutely away from her culture and thinking, but because it was contracted to do something, we had to go ahead with it. And all the time I used to keep reassuring her that everything will be fine.
There were efforts at reconciliation and we were able to maintain civility, but it never turned into friendship. Smita was a star by the time she worked in Sagar Sarhadi's Bazaar, and they were shooting in Hyderabad, and obviously she got the best room in the hotel. 2 weeks later, my mother Shaukat Kaifi, who had a small but significant part in the film, arrived, by which time Smita had quietly left her room, given it up for my mother, and shifted into a smaller room without letting anybody know. It was weeks later that my mother got to know, and when she protested, Smita would have none of it.
I think a month or two after the film released, we happened to be in the same city and we met up. She said, "Amitabh, I've worked in so many good films, great cinema, but I feel so sad because at the airport today, all they were referring to was Namak Halal." She somehow felt a little awkward and embarrassed about that.
Our film Nishant was chosen as the official selection from India for the Cannes Film Festival. We were given the handsome sum of $8 each to tide through that whole week that we were going to be there. And we were heavily dependent on advertising material which refused to come in a place like Cannes. So Shyam Benegal said, "Listen, you girls, I want you to wear your best Kanjivaram sarees and just walk up and down the promenade." This was in 1976. And that's what we did. At 8 o'clock in the morning, with everybody was in shorts and bikinis, we would be wearing our sarees with our bindis and walk, and everybody would look around to look at us, and we would say, "We have a film, please come. We've got a film, we are from India, please come." And the house was full.
I always fall short of words whenever I have to speak about Smita and her association with me and with the industry. From the very first moment that we came to know of her was through her face on television, and there was always something very unusual about the way she presented herself.
It's a very personal thing that I am about to share now. There was a time when young Pratiek was lost and didn't know what he wanted to do. And Ma and Anita called me and said, "We want you to take charge of Pratiek." Need I say more?
Smita looked very frail and gentle, almost as frail as some of the wonderful flowers that she used to bring to me when I had my accident. But she was a strong woman.
I first set eyes on her in a diploma film of FTII directed by Arun Khopkar. I think it was called Tivra Madhyam. There was a long shot in which she was playing the Tanpura. I was struck by her raw beauty and the stillness she exuded.
She was ill during a time when I was about to travel to Mauritius, and I finished very late at night here at a concert and caught a flight to Mauritius, and when I reached Mauritius, she had left us. It'll always be one of my most saddest moments, because she was not just a dear friend and colleague, but a great human being.
For more Bollywood updates, subscribe now to youtube.com/biscuittv.